Okay, this pattern that formed yesterday, I don't know what this is called. Is it a descending pennant? I don't know. In any case, have it yawned all morning up until I started talking. It looks as though we had a nice bounce here. Maybe I had this set up wrong. Maybe I should have cut through this line and cut through here. In any case, I had considered the possibility of a swing. Problem is, I didn't have anything left to trade. So, no, that's not true. That's not true. I did. But I didn't know what kind of a rise we would have. And this is pretty decent from 403 to 407. That's a good 4-point rise. Um, I should take care of any theta decay. It looks like we had a quick sell-off here at 8:30. I don't know what happened at 8:30, some news report or something, release of earnings, but a quick recovery, and in doing so, we formed a demand right here. So hold on. What is, oh yeah, it's 4094. I want to make sure I'm getting rid of any demands that formed yesterday. No, you know what? I'll keep it. No, it didn't work here. And it seemed to serve as resistance up until, okay, yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. 4088 is now support again as it's been tested here. All right, let me go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, let's try it again. All right, let's read Adam Mancini's tweet. After a 2-day sell, the dip buy underway in ES. 4072 was strong support as posted, with 4088 being squeeze trigger. We hit 4072, which I have here, but obviously this is wrong. Let me bring up ES on a big scale. Well, we hit 4068 yesterday. That was the low of yesterday, so at least this tells me that this is 4068. Add price level. And we also formed a pretty decent demand here. I bet you VIX showed a supply right here at the same time. That's technically 4068.75. I wonder if I should bother putting in the 0.75 on that stuff. All right. Plan today. At resistance now at 4102. Yeah, 4102. Let me see if I can figure out where this would be. Yeah, this is wrong. God, dude. Alright, this is 4088. I have this right at least. But this section here, this is not 4106. If I have to guess, this is more like 4100. But this is strong resistance. Looks like we spiked above, but then fell. And I think this is 4108 right here. I know I made that as a supply, but I'm just going to go ahead and mark it down for now. This was the high of yesterday and a pretty strong sell. So I'm wondering if this is going to be an issue. This could be a sell point. But again, like Adam and Sydney says, the plan today, resistance is now 4102, base here, then 4118, which was the target yesterday. With 4088 support below again. But if 4088 fails, then this is going to drop. I'm curious what a call swing yesterday would have netted. If we tried 406, well, I couldn't have afforded any of those. I could even afford 408. I could have gotten 409 yesterday, so I'm curious what that would result in today. And if we zoom out, 409 is equivalent to 4118, and at the bottom of the bull flag, this probably is a good spot to short as well, so this should be the target. Although I have the bull flag on my ES at 4123, but Adam Mancini gave a range, though. The range of the target is 4118 to 4125. All right, let's look at VIX. Oh, this was that channel from before that I mentioned. If I go back to a 91, but of course, again, somebody commented, I forget his name, saying that my criticism of Thinkorswim is unwarranted, that it's actually a good platform, and mentioned something about the P&L, and it confused him at first, but then he realized that Thinkorswim was trying to say. But my confusion is I don't recall saying anything about the P&L, unless I'm thinking profit and loss. Maybe the P&L means something different. Maybe he's referring to the trend lines, but that's my main issue with Thinkorswim, is that the trend lines don't line up depending on what time frame you use, and the price action seems to behave differently from TradingView, and that shouldn't be the case. That really shouldn't be the case. So that's my issue with Thinkorswim. All right, so looks like we're still in this bull flag pattern. We had a fake breakdown and a rally yesterday, and sorry, I shaved yesterday and I keep having hair. Ugh, whatever. Unfortunately, I'm still irritated that I had to buy a new electric razor because of that garbage girl that stole my old one. And this new one is not as good as the old one, even though it's the same brand. You know what? I should draw, since this was such a... Look at this, is an hour. I just realized that. This is a very strong demand that was formed here. I'm curious if this hour lines up anywhere else. Probably doesn't, because we stayed so long under the daily here, but I wonder if this is going to be a new level to be interested in. So I'm going to go ahead and put market. So we had a spike below and we rejected off this daily, which again was the daily from last week that we kept under. And we're back inside this channel here. So yeah, this is going to be all just one confusing area. We have this channel, we have the bull flag, we have this daily, hour, daily, And I'm not even sure if this really is affecting this or not. On my other chart, it looks like this is way up here. Oh my God. Sorry, that's the landlord. He kept asking me if I put up the window curtains and the rod, and I told him, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm happy to go out and buy new window curtains and rods for you, and I'll be happy to put them up, but I'm taking the money out of the rent to do that. Because for the landlord to expect me to spend my money to put curtain rods and curtains up when I've had foil paper on this window for almost a year because he didn't want to fix it, he didn't want to take care of it, but he has no trouble jacking up my rent almost 85%, 90% from when I first moved in. And then he asked me to measure the windows, which I did using the app on the iPhone. Now he's telling me that he's getting different measurements from different people and wants me to measure it again. And I'm like, here, dude, you own the property. Call the association, ask them to give you the measurement of the windows, which should be the same as every other studio in this building, and use that and buy the blinds. Because now, after I told him that I was going to take the money out of the rent, then he changed his mind and now he says he'll take care of it. And the other day, I had to bring down the old blinds, which were covered in dust, dirty, and it was a hassle to drag them downstairs and dump them. And this is work I shouldn't have to do. This is what pisses me off. He's not doing me any favors, charging me almost $1,900 a month for rent um in a studio. So just annoying, man. Anyways, yeah, VIX is in a precarious area here, so I have no idea really what's going to happen here. What what would be ideal is if we're going to see a rally, we have to break out of this bull flag. We got to break under this daily. First of all, we got to break below this hourly, which let me switch this back to a 15. Okay, so here you can see on the 515, we bounced off of that channel, that large channel that goes way back. And it looks like we bounced again off the channel confluent with the daily. So this is going to be a tough area to get through. So yeah, I don't know. For us to get up to 4118, we're going to have to break past this. But then again, this thing can just chop sideways while SPY rallies. I've seen that happen. So, what else? Again, this is the bull flag in ES. It's possible we may be forming an inverse head and shoulder for a run up to the bull flag, which we can either recover, reclaim, or it'll be rejected. So yeah, as far as plans go, almost every morning I feel as though I miss some key pattern or key level that doesn't reveal itself until later on, and then I feel like a fool for not seeing it. But I don't know, I'm looking and I can't really see anything beyond what I've already just said. I think I'm gonna go get a razor and just shave this part of my lip off. Um, I feel as though there's something I'm missing and I'm not getting it, but I don't know. I'm also exhausted. So tired of sleeping is such a challenge, man. I can't sleep on my left side because of my lipoma. I sleep on my right side and my right shoulder is constantly killing me and my arms falling asleep. And this new pillow I bought feels like they put like a square paste. The knots that show up in the pillow sometimes? It's kind of a hard knot. I swear it is a square shaped knot. in the very middle of my pillow, this brand new expensive pillow that I bought. And I'm angry because if I didn't buy that pillow, I would have enough to pay the rent right now. So that's the hilarity of it. Oh man, it's always something, man. Anyways, I'll be back when the market opens. I love how on this app, the button here start streaming and start recording. I swear they change sometimes. Maybe it's just me. I wanted to see if there's a way I can get rid of all of these buttons except for just the record button or exit, but I haven't seen it. Anyways, it looks like look, this is what trips me out. This is what happens when you take a strike too far out. 409 really wouldn't have helped you. Um, the only way you would have been able to capitalize on this swing is if you picked a strike that would be in or at the money. So let's say we had enough money in our account to go for a 407 swing, right? We were at 403 yesterday. Let's say we saw this touch here and we recovered 4072. We decided to go long somewhere here, like after market. So let's say we went long like at 55 or something, I don't know. Or let's say 60. We went long at 60. And we got 10 options at 60 for 600. If we sold it early, like right within this candle, probably this top area, maybe at 100, whatever, then yeah, it looks like we could have made ourselves 400 bucks on a swing. Or if you only buy one option, 40 bucks. But look at the difference between 407 and anything that's outside the money. Let's say 408. Nope, 408 would have been good. That's about a $15, $10. Not bad. But the 407, I mean the 409 is the only one I could have afforded yesterday. And it's not terrible, but not so great. But it shows you the power of the theta decay. Anyways, 4100 should be support. It looks like it's working so far. Oh man, I keep forgetting to put this back to 15. I also keep forgetting to put my iPad on. But not, I love how the iPad sometimes requires you to put in the code, and sometimes it doesn't care. um, After I stopped my last video, sorry, I added this level here because if you put this on a 30, we have this resistance that forms now, which isn't the same as the resistance on the 15, but it's confluent to Adam Mancini's strong resistance of 4102. But if you were trading futures and you got in down here, which would that be on ES? So let's say you're playing it safe and you're waiting for the recovery of 4072 and you got in here at, let's say, 4076, right? And you know 4088 is next resistance, and here we go. Overnight we're at 4088, so let's say you put a sell limit to sell some of your positions at 4088 and leave some runners for the next resistance at 4100, and you sold the rest here. And I don't know, I'm guessing Adam Mancini might have done that, and maybe he has just maybe a small position now. I think I remember somebody asked him a question in this tweet that I read this morning, and he responded saying that he's already met his goal for the week, which I just think is so amazing. I don't think he's BSing. I really believe he's such a good trader that he's making most of his trades are positive trades, but he's already made his goal. So every week he has sort of like a goal of how much he wants to make in profits, and he's already made that goal. So I think he said that if we test 4088 and it shows a recovery, that he may add to his currently small position. But yeah, it is helpful that you can trade overnight. I mean, I guess technically you can with options, but you'll have to trade here and hold until the market opens. Oh, look, there it is. We're having our little pop right off of this current support. I actually debated about getting in at 20, but my concern is this resistance right here. Let's take a quick look at VIX. Damn it, I like doing this one. Okay. Alright, so this is the point I was talking about. This is going to be very difficult for the bulls to get past. This, I would think ideally a little pullback chop and then another attempt at breaking down this level. Although I guess technically if you want to break through this level, breaking through where the confluence of this trend and this daily would be good. This would be a good spot to break out of. You can knock out all three at once. Break out of this bull flag, break below this channel, break below this daily. And then you only have at the bottom of this channel that we were locked in all of last week. And it looks like that might in fact happen. It would have been nice if I had put a buy-in for two options at 19 or 20 with the expectation that we might break through this resistance. But again, we have this resistance, and what I showed on VIX. Yeah, I would think it would be most ideal for the bulls just to base around here, or base just under this resistance before finally breaking through. And I'm actually going to put an alert if we can retest 20 again. I'll try and get in there, but I should have gotten in earlier, a couple options at 20, because I don't think this is going to base. I think the bulls are going to waste no time and just knock through this area. And I'm debating about going long with a couple options even right now. But I think it might be a little bit risky to put in two options. My gut is telling me to take this long. This is gonna break through. If I do take this though, this will be most. I'll just do one option. I'll do one. Let's see if this pushes. I should have got in when it got down to 26. There it goes. All right. Let's see if I can get in at 29. I wanted to get out of this trade because I need to respond to the landlord. Too late though. How ironic. Actually, I don't have to respond to this. Oh, well, this is not good. It looks like bulls were having trouble getting past this hourly here. They managed to get under it, but it's pushed back. And now, unfortunately, I'm in the hole. I can only hope they can turn this around. Oh, yeah, that's... There we go. Oh, I'm gonna put my sell limit at 19, and that will take away all the profits from yesterday, unfortunately. Uh, I'm trying to be patient and see if they can turn this around. 2 minutes until this candle closes. If they can somehow turn this around and get back above 4103, I don't see how they're going to pull it off though. Not looking good on the VIX. Now we have the issue of trying to get it above VWAP on SPY. We are above VWAP on ES for now, but unfortunately we're back in that bull flag on VIX, and we're right on that line. You know what? Screw this noise, man. It's unfortunate. I tried, but I got burned. And 4103 was strong resistance, and Adam Mancini has said it many times, a breakout of a level has a 40% chance of success. Generally speaking, it's going to fail. And now it looks like we're rising from that channel on VIX, which is not good. I want to see price break below it. Bulls need to break above VWAP on SPY, push back to 4103, that next resistance above, and break under that channel on VIX. And then of course just below that channel, as I said before, as I showed before, we have that daily. You heard it 3 times I've clicked to see if this thing would change. This daily, which has been the resistance for VIX all of last week, is now serving as support, which is bad for bulls. Part of me is now thinking I should just go ahead and put my exit at 24.25, just to get back half my profit, half my investment at least, or cut my losses in half is what I'm trying to say. We managed to slightly go below the bull channel on VIX, but it's not enough of a clearance to give me much confidence. Yeah, this is... See if I can exit at 26 or 27. Or am I just being impatient again? I need to give this time to work. Why is this fluctuating down? Even though the price is going up, I don't get that. That doesn't make sense to me. I shouldn't have been so impatient. I got it at 29, so somewhere here. I should have waited for a pullback at 20. Well, It never really hit my alert. We finally broken below the daily on VIX. We finally broken above 4103, but again, if we fail to make a new high here, that's going to be a bad sign. Damn it, I'm wondering if I should have just exited at 29.30 and just got my money back. It seems like the selling pressure here is pretty severe. I'm on patience, patience. All right, you know what? I'm gonna put my sell at 30. Just get my money back. This is worrying me. Fine. I'll be patient, let it go. $29. I'll put my sell at 40. Wow, that's way up there. Yeah, I gotta work on my entries. This served as support. I should have put a buy limit somewhere just above this line or at the line. And I could have gotten in the low 20s. Probably could have got two options, like I said, in the low 20s. This is the strong resistance I found from before. The 15 or the 30. This is the 15 from yesterday. Adam and Cini just tweeted now. After running 30 points off yesterday's 4072 strong supports, I posted 4102 resistance today, and I was looking for basing here before more upside. We've been basing here for 2 hours, same drill. As long as 4088 holds, 4118 next up. Where is my... Okay, it's just above here. I should be getting my sell soon, hopefully. Alright, beautiful. Another day of profits. It's not as high as it should have been. once again, I screwed up and didn't enter when I should have. I got in at 29 when I should have gotten at 25. And I should have followed my instincts and gotten two options at 25 for 50. And if I held them both up to 40, that would have been $30 profit. God, I love Adam Mancini, man. I know, small profits, but still. So I had 3 wins last week, 2 unfortunate losses, well, 3, um, between Monday and 1 on Monday and 2 on Tuesday, but then a win on Wednesday and a win today. Although I shouldn't get too penisy. And look, on VIX, we finally broke, and this is what I was saying. It would be in the Bulls' best interest to just go ahead and break it down now. Break through this channel, break through that channel, break through this daily. They can just knock out all 3 at once. Now we have this level, and this level is important. This is going to be a problem because the other day that was a pretty strong sell point. And see, this was the 15 I was telling you about yesterday. So they broke above that, which is good. I probably should have put my sell at 41.10 here, but I don't want to be too. I mean, look, if I was able to get my entry where I should have gotten it down here, so in the low 20s, and if I had enough money to buy, my God, man, this shoulder. Oh, I had enough money to buy 10 options. So let's say we got in at 250. We didn't get in exactly where we wanted, but we got in at 250. I would have sold 8 of them here at 40, 41 to take care of the commission. Um, I can't do the math right now. I'm just too exhausted. But then held a couple runners up to break even. Now I've made enough profits, I can risk running the last 2 options to 41.18 or maybe 41.10. But see, look, I sold at 40 and we're pulling back. Of course, we could pull back to 41.03, previous resistance, and then bounce there. That's a possibility. And on the VIX, we can pull back to the daily and these confluent lines, preferably not this one. I don't want to go back to that bull flag. But if we can reject right when these 2 lines meet and come back down, that'll be a strong rally. Or a possible catalyst to a strong rally. Right. All right, it looks like I might have been right. This pullback here was another chance for me to get in. We didn't really reject at, we didn't go back to reject on VIX. In fact, VIX is just steadily going down. But again, this was the high yesterday and a resistance, so this is going to be a little bit difficult, but I think bulls are going to have no problem breaking through this in time. Once they do, though, this should rally. Yeah, man. If I had gotten back in again at 31, set my sell at 41, I could have made another $10 and get back. I'm still not where I was. I can't even brag. I'm not back to where I was. I lost 30 between Monday and Tuesday. Between yesterday and today, I've only made 10, so I'm still in the hole. Maybe later on today I might see another opportunity to take a trade. Hopefully it's a quality one and I don't lose what profits I made today. Now see, right now, you can see bulls are having trouble getting over this resistance that was formed yesterday. That's number one. Number two, we're having trouble getting past this level here. What is this? Oh. Alright, I'm going to stop the video now and I'll come back when this inevitably, I think it is, going to break through, which I still have over $50 left on my account. I'm starting to debate whether I should just go ahead and take this long in the expectation it breaks through, but again, it's risky, and I like following Adam Mancini's rule. He says once he's made profits, he's done for the day. Oh, there it is though. So yeah, I could have gotten back in on this pullback, made another 10. How far away from them? We're not even anywhere near that bull flag yet. We still have quite a ways to run. But if I had to recap the ideal way this day should have went, let me take this alert off. I should have gotten in two options at about 21. Or I should have followed my gut this morning and just got into two options at 20. But in any case, two options 21 and sold both at 41 to make $40 profit. And then done, walk away. That's increasing my account size by 50%. That's plenty. That's another reason why I'm not pressuring myself to take another trade, because again, think of it this way. Let's say I didn't have 90, what did I start off with? 85. Let's say I didn't have $85 in my account. Let's say it was 850. And instead of taking one trade at 29, which again, my entry wasn't good, but let's say I took 10, I did 290, and I sold at, was it 41 that I sold or 40? I think it was 40 because I got in at 29. Yeah, I should have done 40, but anyways, uh, let's just average out the math so make it easier. I got in 10 options at 30 and I sold at 40. So I made $100. So I added $100 to my $850 account. I don't know what $100 is out of 850. What is that? It's obviously not 10%. Is that 15%? A 15% increase in one's account is not trivial. Forget the iPhone app keeps making me want to log back in. Let's look at my oh my god, this shoulder. Let's look at positions. No, no. Overview? Ugh, really? It was only an 11% increase of my account today? It doesn't make sense. It went from 85 to 95. It should seem like more than an 11% increase to me. Ah, whatever. I mean, if it went from 100 to 111, that would make sense, but oh well. I'm generally curious though, how many people can say that they've increased their account size by 10%? Is that normal? I really don't know. Anybody know? Please comment. What's like a normal profit increase for one's account? My gut's telling me like an average between 2 to 7%, 3 to 7% is would be nominal, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's people out there making 10, 20% profits every day. All right, so it looks like we're forming a supply right now. We're 6 minutes into this 15-minute candle, but I don't see a demand forming on VIX just yet, but we are still having trouble getting below that level on VIX. This one right here. Okay, they're turning it around. All right, I'm gonna step away now. Okay, I just left to go do some dishes, and look, this was the resistance earlier. We were forming a supply, bam, turned around and knocked it back up, and look, 4118. We made it as high as 74. Because remember, this is a 409 strike, and we came pretty close to it. So if I had gotten in earlier and just trusted Adam Mancini with a couple options and set my sell at 71, so if I got in at 25 and set the sell limit at 71, uh, I'm having that's 45, a little bit around $45 per option. Man, this could have been a good day, a good run, very good run. And remember I was talking about the swing yesterday? Well, if you had gotten in yesterday and held, I mean, how many options do you think I could have gotten at $12 or even just 15? Actually, though, yesterday I only had about $28 to trade, so I could have only done one 15 option. But if I did one option yesterday and added to it today at 20 for, I got back the profits and my investment that I put in yesterday, today, I could have gotten in again, a couple options at 20. So I'd have three options. There'd be three positions here. Man, Adam Mancini's right. Now, how close did we get to the bull flag? No, not quite there. There is a point that he may take this short, and I'm wondering if I should as well, but I need to wait and see. So look, let's look at VIX. Bulls did the job. They knocked through all of this in one go, killing, I hate that phrase, knocking three bamboos with a strike of the katana. And now we get to get past this level. I remember I said this level might be a difficulty. I had thought we might reach 418 by this level. So let's see what happens here. What else? There's something else. No, I can't think of anything. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a little long extended break, make a high protein breakfast, and probably call it a day for trading. So, Ohayou gozaimasu, dobre utra, guten morgen, wait, I do know one other one. Buongiorno. Good God, this razor makes me itchy. All right. So I just got out the shower, and you can see here we tapped 4118. I know this isn't the right 4118, but as usual, it seems to be right on my SPY for now. Um, I think Adam Mancini said he would consider possibly taking a short here. Um, his shorts, I gotta remember his system for shorts. You want, if it's a level that's lost, you want to see the level break below, come back up, retest, maybe come back above slightly, absorb liquidity, I think, something like the phrase, and then drop down. I don't know how it would work with rejections. I don't know if he waits for it to get past a certain point and then he jumps in. I don't know, or, well, I mean, it looks like we got to that point. We rejected off of it, came back, tapped it exactly, and now we're rejecting again. I would say a break of VWAP would be a pretty good indicator to go short, and we're at VWAP now. If I look at VIX, remember that channel that we're stuck in all of last week? We've now got back into the channel, and it looks like we came close to and we're rejecting from it now. So that's also a little bearish. And I wouldn't doubt this shows up as a strong, yep, supply forming on a 30-minute. So this might be a good spot to take it short. And if it does go down, where will it go down? I would suspect our first spot of possible bounce would be 4103, then 4100. I don't know. I'm debating about taking this short, but I don't know if it's wise to risk it. Bull succeeded in pushing back up above VWAP so far. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I don't know. I should just be happy with the little profits I got and just wait for another big opportunity, a clear opportunity. I mean, the clear opportunity would have been here to go short. And just let's see out of curiosity if we could have. Let's see if we got a 408. No, we wouldn't be able to afford that. 407 couldn't afford. Oh no, we could afford the 407. Curtains. Well, first he was gonna buy blinds. Now he's buying curtains. Oh my God, whatever, man. I hope he's not gonna be cheap in whatever he buys. But then again, I can't imagine anything is worse than having foil paper. Let's see. Yeah, it would have been a scalp. Maybe we could have gotten in at 50. When did this candle start? 10:45. So yeah, looks like somewhere in the 50s was the low point on that candle. No doubt the 43 here was the peak here. So one could have gotten in at 50 maybe and sold at 61 near VWAP. Oh, actually, it went a little higher than 61. So yeah, this could have yielded a little bit of profit. If I had taken this short, I probably should have done that. I probably should have had a buy limit for a put right at 4118. Could have gotten in maybe in the mid 40s, maybe 45, and then sell at 65, and that would have been a good trade. And I guess technically speaking, from the MK strategy, we formed a supply here. The supply was retested. I know it broke above the wick, broke above supply, but it didn't close, so that supply still holds. Then we had an even third test here on this 1045 candle. I don't know what the low point was for 1045. It looks like 46. So let's say you got in at, again, 50. You could have sold here at 65 maybe. And it is possible that we may fall below VWAP. I don't know. It's possible. I don't know. We would need to break past this current level here and make our way back up to daily. This would be a great spot though for a rejection and a further rally right here. bears will have trouble getting this above that area because we have multiple confluences of the flag, this long trend from way long before, and the daily way long before. Me speak good English. But yeah, it's possible this might break below VWAP. If this falls even further and falls back down to where we opened today, this should be worth around $100+. Anyways, enough speculation. I got to finish some work. Alright, so check it out. We broke below VWAP. We were banging around between 60 and 65, 50, high 50s, whatever. Now that we broke through VWAP, I predict the next spot that this might bounce, but I don't think it will, is going to be 4103. And this may continue down back to 4100. Best case scenario, if you're in a short, 4088 will get tested again. Now on VIX, we broke past this level, and now we're back to the daily. I think, I may be wrong, but my gut's telling me that we're going to get a rejection here because we have multiple confluences of trend lines and daily. This is going to be a spot for a rejection. Will it be a strong rejection? I don't know. But if this rejection occurs before, and I think it will, before we reach 4088 again, and it's like the rejection might be already happening, then this might turn around and push past 4118 and then make its way back to the top of the bull flag. Which begs the question, should you take it short? I don't know. I would be more comfortable taking it short if we come back down here to 4100. And if you were to take it long, I mean, did I say short? I would be more comfortable taking it long at 4100. Sorry. You know my dyslexic brain when it comes to supply, demand, long, shorts, puts, options, call options. Hell, I'll even say, oh, I want to take a put, and then I click on the call option side like a moron. So look at this. Should have gotten a couple options here. Should have held till 4118. Should have took a put. But anyways, we're back down, y'all. So let's see what happens. Let's see if bulls manage to get this back above VWAP. We're well above VWAP on ES. Yeah, bulls may chop sideways here for a while before another push to try and break through the 4118 resistance. Anyways. Okay, this is a very sloppy looking demand, but on a 30-minute candle, if this closes at 11:30 above this level, we would have formed a 30-minute demand here. Also on VIX, we're starting to form a 30-minute supply. So, I mean a 15-minute supply. So this is a possible spot to long. I'm debating on it. $35 might be a good pullback spot, maybe $33 if it can turn around. It looks like it's already pushing. Yep. I should have gotten in here. This candle started at 11:15. Yeah, it looks like a good spot to have gotten in would have been here at 32 or 33 with an exit at 53 or 63, I suppose. But I think we're going to hit 53 really soon. Yeah, this is definitely a good run, and I didn't think it will happen so soon. I thought we would have rejected here somewhat, but again, it doesn't have to be exact. Looks like bulls didn't want to risk getting anywhere near the daily. There it is, 53. Yep, that's another 10 that could have been made easily. Demand formed, demand retested. Actually, technically, it flushed below demand. But remember what I said before, 4108 was a strong resistance, especially yesterday. This was the high of yesterday, and now the high of yesterday is the support for, well, today after the run. 53, yep. It may even make its way back up to 4018 and push beyond it. This might be the time when it gets up to the bull flag now. And Adam Mancini said that we would need to base around 4103 before the push, and there it is. Now we're about to make a new high of the day. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. That would have been a very good play. From 33 to 73. Oh well, unfortunately missed that one. Now, oh my god, dude. Wow, this app, dude. This is where I think we might peter out for the day. This is about as far as we can go. Look at this. It even hit 83 now. Good lord, man. I should have went back long. Anyways. Oh, yeah, we're almost at the bull flag. Just a few points shy of it. Cautious longs would be exiting now. They don't want to wait for it to get anywhere near it, or start scaling out at least. So 4118 was the first target, next target's 4120 to 4125, the highest, which I think is right here at the bull flag. Man. And look at this, in just 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, this went from the mid 30s, let's say 5 minutes, 5 minutes from the mid 30s to almost 83. So you got a fat account. You decided to get 100 options at, let's say, 40. So you spend $4,000. You put your sell limit at 81. Boom, you've just gotten $4,000 and you paid for the commission costs. So technically $4,100 in 5 minutes. Now I'm curious if this is going to be the petering point where it doesn't go further than here, but I don't know. I'll update. All right, tweet from Adam Mancini. Fantastic follow through in ESF and just hit today's 4118 4125 target after rallying off 4072 support yesterday. I posted I wanted to see basing around 4100, then run to 41825 here. Major backtest resistance here with 4133 just above. If bulls can clear this zone, pullback is done. Sorry, I'm just thinking that if I had just gone long this morning, like I said, down here at 20 with a couple options, I mean, I would have sold here, but if I didn't, if I just put my sell just above 4118 or 4120, this would have been $120 profit today on a couple options. $120. Oh man. And it looks like this is not done. It's going to push higher. I should have got back in over here, man. Oh well. Big slap in the face day. I was happy about $10. Now I'm pissed because look, not only have we broken past the bull flag, not only have we busted past 4118, but we're just rallying. And had I gotten in back down here when I thought of it and sold here, I would be not as upset. But it's just rallying. And this is why, again, it's such a wonderful thing to have a large enough account that you can go in with multiple contracts, sell, make your profit, and then still have a few runners. Because look at this. And remember, I got in 29, somewhere over here. Held, even though I felt like selling here, I was worried. I then sold at 41. Then it chopped. We had a bit of a rally, a rejection, chopped, and then bam, we're back up again. Oh my god. Would like to go and make breakfast, but so yeah. And now if we look at VIX, this is interesting though. We popped out of this channel only to fall back in it, pop back out again, and then fall back in it. And in one day, we've just gone right through this channel that we've been stuck in for the longest time, which is interesting. This is very bullish right here. And I just wish this had come back down a little bit lower and prompted me to take this long, which this movement here is this pivot here. And this is our rally right here. So from 30 something dollars to now over $100. Today would have been a very, very big day to make money, and I missed out on it, as always. Oh man. Anyways. Alright, a quick update. I'm eating breakfast like almost an hour later than I usually would, unfortunately, because my roommate decided just arbitrarily, just randomly, you know what, I want to clean the refrigerator, which I admit needs to be cleaned, but all the noise you heard in my last video was her just shuffling around and smacking the trays around and cleaning everything up and throwing stuff away. And I'm like, you know, hey, that's nice, this is great, but it couldn't have been the worst time, because this is usually when I try and have my breakfast. My lunch time is between 12 and 1, and she started doing this around 11:30 and didn't stop until around 12:30. And of course I was doing some work. Please, I just did that. Oh, I have to calendar this. May 11th. Okay, I'll do that in a second. But I just wanted to show, I'm just so upset. I actually was pondering what was significant about the level 4072. This was a very important level that Adam Mancini had mentioned. But I read through both newsletters yesterday and the day before, and he didn't really outline why it was major. He just said it was major. And the only thing that I wish he would change with his newsletters is when he lists his levels, it's just a paragraph. He lists his levels. This level's major. This level's a major level. I know he does his newsletter. His newsletters are a lot though. It could take about 10-15 minutes to read his newsletter, and sometimes you have to read it twice because there's so much information. And it's very thorough. And he does a trade recap. It's even if you don't. I don't know. Personally, I think anyone who trades futures or SPY should pay for his service. it's well worth it. And I know my crap. God, you're just throwing assignments at me now. And I'm sitting down to eat, man. But again, my lunch hour is technically done. And sometimes she doesn't send me things during the lunch hour. I think she takes my sister, my boss, all takes her lunch hour at the same time. But again, thanks to my roommate, my whole schedule's been screwed up. It just irritates me, man. It's like I feel like doing something, so I'm gonna do it now. And it doesn't matter if it inconveniences. Like yes, Tuesday I need to train my client and I wanted to watch the market, but she wanted to throw down the blinds. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just do it now because it'll be easier to have someone to help. Why for some reason these are things I'll prefer to do on the weekends. Little house tasks, little chores, whatever. You do it on the weekend. But she just decides randomly she wants like one time I sat down to eat dinner and then she just asked me, I'm gonna go for a walk, do you wanna come with me? And I'm like, I just sat down to eat dinner. What? So I don't know. Anyways, what I wish Adam Mancini would sometimes do, sorry, I always go off in tangents, my brain is like that, is list why 4072 was a major level. And clearly it was. Look, we turned around and covered pretty strongly from there. Why? What is so important about that level? And the only thing I can think of when I look at TradingView is one, this purple level, which I forget where this purple level is congruent to. Sorry, let me back up to a 4. Not this one. Is it this one? It's this one. Okay, this level, fascinatingly, it's just 2 points right here. Just these 2 points. No other place did it really cut through except these 2 points. So this is a long trend line for just these 2 points. So I find that fascinating. I 4088 was an important level from this channel here, or this trend line here. And this is the one that doesn't form properly on Thinkorswim. All of this on Thinkorswim is higher. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't make sense. Even though the levels are the same. It says the same numbers in Thinkorswim that it says here. This is at whatever number this is, it's also there on Thinkorswim. So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. The only other thing I can think of is that this is quite close to the 50 DMA. In fact, it looks like it bounced. If I go to a daily and I take off if I take off drawings, okay, this is the 50 DMA. So we bounced almost exactly at the 50 DMA. So I think that's why that level was important. The 50-day moving average. So, and you can see that quick recovery here. Was that yesterday? No. This was today. Wait, but this is a 4-hour. That's why I'm confused. Sorry. So the 50 DMA is here. So we came close to it yesterday before the market closed and then rallied from there. Now, this next purple channel is the bull flag. And according to TradingView, we're having trouble getting over it. It looks much better on TradingView. I have more confidence in the bull flag here than I do on Thinkorswim. And again, that's one of my major issues with Thinkorswim. I think it's terrible for trend lines. Absolutely terrible. But anyways, I need to finally eat, man. Sorry. Alright, I'm finally gonna go eat. I just got some more projects to do. And we're gonna grind up, looks like, to this daily, and on the VIX, it looks like we're sort of slowing down at this level here, but I'm still just blown away at the fact that if I had followed my gut this morning, gotten 2 options at 20, and just walked away, I would have been upset after seeing this. I would have thought I just lost all this profit here. But if I just held true and set my sell limit at 4125, which is what Adam Mancini gave as his ultimate level, which we're grinding slightly past that right now. We're at 4129. But there are days where the market rallies and overshoots Adam Mancini's ultimate target. And look at that. I know I'm assuming I wouldn't have sold here and just kept it with the overshoot, and chances are there's no way I would have done that. I would have sold much earlier than this. Likely I would have sold right at this price level here. But man, I'm still so upset I didn't come. I still had 55 bucks in my account. I was mad. I'm mad that I didn't jump in here when I should have. And I saw it popping. I remember earlier in the video, for me this is like 2 hours ago. I saw it popping and I thought, let me just jump in with whatever I have. And I saw this pullback, but it wasn't enough for me to get in. I don't have enough on my account. What I should have done though is I should have picked a higher strike, but it didn't occur to me to do that. But then again, this is where I thought it would go today, the 409 strike. So, but still, this doesn't mean I couldn't have chosen the 410 and tried to get back in later. But anyways, I need to go eat. Well, as you can see, the slap in the face has gotten even bigger. Um, it still blows my mind that I got into this trade at $29, sold it at $41 or $40, and here we are now. We just hit $200. Should have followed my gut. My gut said, hey, listen, even though Fridays are generally the day that you expect to rally, what the market sometimes likes to do, it likes to do it on Thursday to throw people off. And it may be a good idea to take it long right from the get-go, right from the start. Two options in the low 20s. And man, what a rally. We've gone from right when the bell rung 406 to now 410. And again, relatively speaking, for the economy this year, for the market this year, that's a pretty big move on SPY. I think the biggest move I've seen in a while on SPY is 10 points. That's the biggest move I've seen this year. And this thing just keeps pushing. It just keeps pushing, keeps pushing, keeps pushing. What's fascinating though is on VIX. Remember I showed you this channel, this line? I mean, we broke through this channel here, and we've just been chopping sideways on this line, despite the fact that this thing just keeps rallying. And when I made my video, this thing was like around 120 or something like that. And look, it just keeps pushing. It's fascinating. This goes sideways, this just keeps popping up. And yeah, here we go, officially. Officially now, if I had kept my option, I don't know how much further this is going to go. We still have quite a ways left in the market, at least another 2 or 3 hours. This could have been a $200 and $400 if I got two options. $400 made today. Could have been. And again, you saw how this just pushed up just like this. And now this is moving up, so I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I have to figure out what to do. I have to figure this out. I guess what I can do is just hope, and I hate having to rely on hope, but hope I can slowly build this account to a level high enough, whether it's 150, 200, and the sad thing is I had this at 340. Was it 340? Yeah, it was around 340. It was 380. I had like 34 bucks in my account when I put money in from that 401 thing that I closed. I don't remember. I think it was $340 that I had put in. Or was it 380? I don't know. But I have to figure out how to trade better and leave a couple of runners. So if I got three options today at 30, I got in at 29. If I got three at 30, if I sold two here at 70, that's 80 bucks profit. That's a pretty decent profit. And then I can hold the last one. And with the 80 bucks profit, the last one, even if it goes to zero, I still would be in profit. So then I can hold it at a break even, slightly below the entry, and let it run. But anyways, man, you know the funny thing is about the way these rallies sometimes work is you think there's no way it'll go any higher, and I'm not sure what dynamic or what science behind this is making it go up other than people just buying the stock, the option, whatever. But even though VIX has pretty much been chopping sideways since 11 o'clock and even went up and rejected off the top of this channel that we were stuck in all of last week, and now it's going down, of course. This thing just keeps pushing and grinding higher. And guys, remember what I said. I bought this option at $29. One. I bought one because I thought it was being cautious when I should have bought two. I sold one, the only one I got, at $40, making me $11 for the day. And this is a complete screw up. I completely messed up. Should have bought two, and I should have held one longer, at least until 4118. That was given by Adam Mancini. So here, I should have held it at least till this point, and that's, let's see, around 11:30. So yes, so at least till about 70 something dollars, $75. Granted, I would have been panicking because it came back down here, but it did finally power back up. All right. Or what I should have done, I could have sold one at $70. You know what? Let's be more realistic. Let's say I got in at 30 and I sold one at 60 or something like that. Whatever. I made $30 off of one option. So I bought two options for $30. Made $30 in profit off the other one. So even if the other one goes to zero, the other $30 option I bought, I would still break even for the day. So then I can not worry about a stop loss. I can not bother put a stop loss. I don't have to bother with putting a stop loss. So if it comes back down to 30, whatever, I'll let it run. And then boom, 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 boom. And I can just decide, you know what? I don't know how far this is going to grind away, but I'm going to put my stop loss at 230. Whatever. So one option made me $30. The other one made me $200. Or whatever. I can, even if I sell at 130. My point is, I gotta figure this out, man. Because these are the days where you bank, where you fill your account up. Look, today alone, if I had gotten 2 hours at $30 and held one up until the top of the bull flag, and I don't know, what is this, 11, 12 o'clock? Where are we? 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Okay, so I make 30, 100, I make $70 off of one option. Great. That ought to cover all the losses I've had over the past couple of weeks, at the very least. I let the other one run until the end of the day. For all I know, we might hit 270 later on. Anyways, if I sell the other one at two, come on, Kevin, think. I get in two options at $30. I sell one at 30. I sell. I'm sorry, man. I'm just so frustrated because regardless of how I could have pulled this off, whether I bought two early on, whether I bought one and just held it to the end of the day, doesn't matter. If I held my one option up until now and sold it, I would have made up for all of my losses. That's right. I had $34 in my account back in like beginning of March, something like that. And then I added 250. So 280 is where my account was. And then the low point was at $30. And then I added another 50, sadly, this month, which I shouldn't have done. And I went from 30 to 80. So yeah, man, it's days like this where you grow your account significantly. And Today should have been at minimum, a minimum of at least $100, $200 profit day. It should have been. And if I did make 150 today, then I could take 50 bucks out um, to draw down, you know. I remember I don't know what book I was reading. I think it was the Adam Grimes book where he was saying how you, was it his book? I don't remember. No, no, it wasn't. It was some book that this owner of this gym that was working made me read. I don't know. This is Argentinian lady that came to America, and she clearly comes from a wealthy family, and her husband's clearly very wealthy. And they bought this gym, and she hired me as a trainer. And I was devoted and loyal to this place when I first started working there. But what irritated me is that here I am with a college degree in exercise physiology, with one of the most prestigious certifications you can get, ACSM certification, which is not an easy certification to get. I think only 30% of people who take the test actually pass. And my boss, not the owner, the owner's, I guess you're saying that the manager is this 23-year-old girl who uses steroids. And to me, if you're 23 years old and you have to use steroids, you probably don't know what you're doing. And this girl was extremely obnoxious, very condescending, very arrogant. And she and the boss were good friends, she and the owner. Um, and the owner, why am I telling this story? I'm sorry, man. I'm so out of it. There was a point I'm trying to make to this, and I completely forgot what it was. I something about the account drawdown making. That's right. She made me read this book. Sorry, man. I'm so sorry. And in this book, um, I don't know what it was called. It was an obnoxious book, but it was about positive thinking or some crap like that. And at some point in the book, this guy, the author of the book, was saying how he was doing well in real estate and decided to buy a really expensive house on the top of a hill in California overlooking the ocean. And he thought to himself that he probably shouldn't buy the house because it was too much money, but he decided to do it because he's been doing well in real estate. He decided to reward himself by purchasing this house. And the logic behind purchasing this expensive house is that it would push him to work harder in real estate to get better. And I couldn't stand reading the book. I've read the whole thing because this woman asked me to. And like I said, I was devoted to her and the business. But as time went on, the owner was incompetent. She was spending more money on decorating the gym, putting flowers and shelves with like decorations and shit on there instead of um, buying gym equipment and stuff that actually would get money. Sorry, I'm gonna take this. Just look at this, man. It just will not stop. It just keeps trucking and going. Earlier today, I was saying how I probably should pick a strike further out. Like I should have chose like a 411 or something. I forgot what time it was that I made that video. And look at this. If I had gotten in earlier today, um, right before I sat down to eat, I could have gotten in two options here, man, of like $25. I could have gotten two options here, 25, right before 1:30, and let this thing run and made over $100. I mean, are we gonna just blow right through the bull flag today? Is that what's gonna happen? Well, I mean, we're already up to the top of the bull flag. So what? All of this was just a big bear trap? Wow. I'm just blown away. But anyways, so to finish this story, oh wait, hold on, here's Adam Mancini. No stopping the short squeeze yet as we continue to run off 4072 support. All dips continue to be violently bought as they have since March 13th and broadly since October. So I was just reading the part that came on the phone. I have to open it. Arriving at 40147 next up right now, and Tuesday's breakdown invalidated. 4162 next up, 4133 now support. Wow, dude. If ever there was a day that I wish I had bought two options and left a runner, if ever there was a day. And I remember when it was at 35 down here, and I was thinking, should I get in? I don't know what was making me hesitate to get in then. I forget. I think because we were at 4118 and we had rejected. And I was talking about how Adam Mancini had mentioned that this is a possible place to take it short. But remember, I had said that we formed a demand and I was waiting for a retest. I remember it was like 40, I don't know, it was like 40 something, and I was hoping to jump in, and it just started to push, and I didn't jump in. Look at this, man. It is not stopping. But anyways, this owner of this gym basically decided that she wanted to spend money on and this gym is not a don't this is not a big gym. This is like a small boutique gym with an area that was split by like this thin wall where you can train a client in a small area in one side, and the other trainer, this 23-year-old girl, will train her clients on the other side. Most of my clients were men. Most of her clients were females. Uh, I liked it that way because, let me be straight, I don't typically like training females because the things that they talk about, I have no interest in. I'm a guy. I like cars, women, fast things, whatever. I'm not interested in talking about purses or shoes or whatever. Um, and also, her and those females didn't really train much. Most of what they did was just talk and do like the most stupidest exercises. But eventually, um, it became clear that this woman didn't know how to manage this place very well. Anytime I give advice on how to expand or whatever, they always fought it. They always thought it wasn't a good idea. And as I suspected would happen, eventually the gym shut down. Not before, of course, they let me go. Um, but by then I had built up enough clients that I knew they were gonna do it. I built up enough clients that I was able to survive. Not survive. I was doing better. God damn it! Not the option. The futures. I'm looking at this blue line here. We're approaching this, and this was Adam Mancini's next target, 40147. What is this blue line again? I bet I have it on much clearer on Trading View. Yeah, I don't know what this blue line is. Oh, it's this. It's this line I was showing on Trading View before. Hold on, let me just put this back. God, I cannot believe this thing is now. Remember, it was 200 just little under an hour ago, and now it's 300. That's how options can exponentially grow. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, if let's say for example this morning we went long at 406, right? Because we're banking like that. We got a fat bank account. I mean, a trading account. And we decide to go long at 406. Right, so this morning 406 is like $150. So we decide to get in at 170. Let's say we get in at 170, 10 options. 10 options at 170. And where did I no, you know what? Let's be more realistic. I got in here like a moron, way too high. But let's say I made the same mistake here. I got in at 190. All right, so $1,900 is what we put in for an investment. We don't bother with the stop loss. At one point, yeah, we're down almost 450 bucks, but we just let this thing run. And of course, the volume's pretty low here, but I would like to think it wouldn't be too hard. Maybe I'm wrong. I would love for somebody who really is successful at trading and makes mad money to look at this and tell me, but my videos don't get any really much views, so but can you imagine you put in a little under a couple $1,000 and you've made, if you can sell some here, whatever, like $3,000, right? Yeah, no, $4,000, almost $5,000. Yeah, again, my brain's not braining, the math's not mathing. But let's look at that line again, this blue line that I have on ES. No doubt I have that looking much better in trading view. I don't know if it's the same blue line though. Let's go to a 4 hour. Yeah, I think this is it. No, because I'm hitting the blue line on Thinkorswim now, but I haven't quite hit it here. I do have 4146 as a level here though, but I don't know why this doesn't line up. Yeah, it doesn't line up the same. Well, I should have known that it wouldn't look the same on TradingView as it does in Thinkorswim. Not a hit on TradingView, just more. What was probably happening is that line's probably not even where it should be in Thinkorswim. I don't know, but it is rejecting there. But maybe it's just coincidence. I don't know. A 2 point drop between yesterday and today on VIX. What a beautiful swing this would have been, though, right? Look at that. We created a supply here, nice rally, rejected off of this, created supply-ish here, and look at that. And look at this swing. Imagine if you took 10 options at 60, 70, 80 and swung that. You know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. I keep doing this to myself. This is what I do a lot is I think of what could have been and I look at the chart and I left. Bottom line is I had an opportunity to make mad money today and I sold. And I don't know, I'm mad at myself, but at the same time, Adam Mancini always says level to level. But did I really do level to level? No, I really didn't because I got in here. I forget when did I buy in? When did I buy my that 940? Okay, so it really wasn't that long after 940. Yeah, so I got in down here. Ooh, look how hilariously short that is. And then I sold here. And even after I sold and it pulled back and it went down a little bit, I thought, oh, I sold at a good spot, didn't I? Man, how off was I? But I did think about getting back in here, and I wish I had. I should have. I should have, man. All right, now what? Okay, I guess I didn't do the hearing properly, I guess. Okay. All right, I'm determined to finish this damn story. So I left that gym, and look, we broke below this finally. So this is just even more bullish. Interesting though, is I just still find it fascinating this channel. Let me back it up again. Yeah, this is 515. This channel that we've been trapped in for the longest time, all of last week, we just blew right through it today. We just shot right through it like it's not there, but we did back test it, it looks like, and then rejected and came back down. So, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I wonder if this is more than just a 4 hour. Whatever. I bet you this is a daily as well if I go unchecked, but man, what a rally. Unlike rallies I've seen in a while. No. Is it? I don't even know where it is. I think it's this. This is the 4 hour, right? Yeah. See how it's wow. It was support for a little bit. I think it's this one. No, it's this one. Yeah. I wonder if I should make these 4 hours thicker. Anyways, so I found a local gym not too far away, and some of the clients that were training with me at this boutique gym didn't like the manager or the owner as well, and most of these were guys, and they decided to come and train with me at this public gym, but it's like a hole in the wall public gym. It wasn't small, but it wasn't big, but it had everything. It was pretty versatile. And I mean, I'm not big, but I'm certainly not small, and I haven't been in a gym since 2020. All I do for working out is I have a TRX strap, and I just recently bought two dumbbells, and I can still maintain this physique. So imagine what I can do with a gym full of equipment. And my clients all got strong. They all got better. Um, and like I said, that boutique gym closed down because they weren't making enough money. And uh, what I find hilarious is that manager, the one that was in her early 20s that was using steroids, um, eventually she came to that same gym that I was in, and I was so annoyed that she was there. And she also had a weird habit of staring at me. Like I would look up and and she had a husband, mind you. So I don't know what was going on, but like I get creeped out when I get stared at. Unless it's like a gorgeous female, I get creeped out. And look at this. Look at this, guys. Remember, I got in at 29, way down here. It's hard to even see now. It's the relative. Um, it's so skewed. I got in down here at 29, and we just hit 330. Meaning that if I held up until this point right now, I could have made 300 bucks. Or if I had gotten two options, which I had enough money to do, I could have made 600 bucks. Wow. It's petering out now. It's just petering out. But yeah, I get like if I think my roommate is like her bed is right here. And what I sometimes do is I put this box or something, or I'll put my smoothie, my blender, I'll sit it there just so I'm not in eye view of her. I just don't like being stared at, man. It just creeps me out. And this girl would stare at me. So when she moved to this new gym where I was at, she was doing it again. She was staring at me. And maybe about 2 or 3 months after she moved into that gym or started training her clients at that gym, um, that's when COVID hit. Oops, I can't say that. I probably just ruined this. I don't get the whole algorithm with YouTube, but um, that's when that hit, and all the gyms shut down for months. I think it was March up until October of that year. And most of my clients are fairly wealthy, and they some of them lost their jobs, but those that still had work just traveled. One went to Europe, one traveled around the country, and they just stopped training. And even though I owed them sessions, they still wouldn't train. I offered to train them outside, I offered to train them at their house, I offered to train them at parks. Um, they didn't want to train, they were too lazy. And one of them came back from Europe and would say he would train, like this Russian girl I have. I haven't trained her since December of last year. It's April. The last time I trained her was early December of last year, and every time she sets a schedule, she cancels, and I don't hear from her for like weeks. And she still has my stretch table, by the way. So you can't make a living off of unreliable clients like that. And after, I think it was mm, March of 2021, I think it was March. So remember, March of 2020, they bought sessions from me. We're now March of 2021. These guys haven't trained once with me. Once. So there came a point where I sent them a text message and I said, from this point on, all of your sessions are hereby voided. They're gone. You've had, all the gyms opened up in October. You had almost 6 months to train with me. We could have trained at the gym, we could have trained at your home, we could have trained at a park, and you never wanted to train. So all of your sessions are now null and void. However, if you purchase any future sessions with me, you can purchase them at a significant discount. And what I was willing to do when I was charging 65 back then for an hour session, I was willing to charge only 35, even though that'll be a detriment to me, but it would just be a way to get them to start training again. And like build up the business again and go to the gym and people can see me training. They just blocked me off Instagram and and deleted my number. I swear he was just something else. I guess they were angry. How dare I not just And by that time, I was working at Whole Foods. So it'll be a challenge for me to go and train someone for a session they bought almost a year ago or over a year ago and still try and work at, a full-time hours at Whole Foods. It just was too much. It was too difficult. And you would think they would be understanding, but they weren't. So I don't know, man. That's why I wish I can get better at this. I mean, look at this. Today I could have made 300 bucks. But again, it's easy to. I'm trying to play my own devil's advocate, but we had resistance at 4118. Okay, that was first resistance. Second resistance is the bull flag. The next resistance is 4147, which we've already blown past that. We're at 415. I have 4156 here on SPY, but we're actually at 4154 on ES. So I guess I can adjust this. And what is this? What do I have here that's 4155? Is this 4155? Okay, that's clearly wrong. Let's delete that. And this one is 4154. I cannot believe how much we're pushing, man. This is gonna be one of those. We might even hit 10. No, so far it's 6 points, but what a significant amount. And I think this one, yeah, this should be 4156 or 4160. But yeah, this is one of those days, man, where my gut said buy a couple options early, and this might be a rally day. Sure enough, it is. I cannot tell you how much I could have used that money if I went forget two. I could have gone three options if I could. I had 80 something dollars today. I could have done three options at 25. So I could have put in 75 and let all three run. I won't doubt by the time the day ends, this is gonna hit 375. Or you know what? It's gonna go beyond that. This might even hit 400. But my point is, if I had gotten in with three options at 25 and sold any point from here or later, that'll be $900 that would have made today. I bet all the experienced smart traders are just having a wonderful day. I'm gonna walk away from this anyways. I feel nauseous at this point. All right, last video. Looks like he peaked at 370 after all. So, hey, on a $20 to $370 move, I caught the 29 to 40. So I caught this. That's not even, is that the 40? Yeah, that's the 40. I caught from here to here. Yeah. I'm still blown away that I could have jumped in here and I didn't. I have got to work on this hesitation I've got. It really is burning me more often than not. There was a time when I'm like, I should take this trade. And then later on I realized, wow, I'm glad I didn't take this trade. But it's becoming more and more, my gut is telling me to take the trade and it's the right trade. Wow, look at this. Just this last minute run. We went from 300, 279. I guess this is to really burn anybody who decided to do some short swings. Oh man. Anyways, let's finish up by looking at VIX. Well, I do know this. One of two things are going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, we may continue the rally, but I'm going to assume that the RSI is really overbought. But we still have room to run to, hold on, I should have grabbed my glasses, man. Let's put this to a 1030. I think we have room to run down here. Seasonality doesn't start getting bullish until May. So we have a couple more days to start a good run here. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna reset the RSI. Maybe we base or dip a little bit tonight. I gotta thoroughly read Adamantini's newsletter, but I think we have room to run here. And this is clearly a short squeeze. Um, Looking on ES, man. So wow, I just realized not only did we reclaim the bull flag, we're now at the top of it. So which should suggest a breakout. But what I would like to see is either a rejection from here overnight and then we hit a support. I'm gonna assume, maybe I'm wrong, I'm gonna assume that support is now 4147. I gotta adjust this 4147. Maybe the lowest is 4135, or maybe the lowest is the bottom of the bull flag. Maybe that's really the lowest. I don't know. I gotta read Adamantini's newsletter because I don't have the experience and seniority in this to know. But yeah, man, this is just an epic move. Let me get rid of this. Remove. Yeah, I cannot believe we made it. Here I'm thinking, the best play is to trade up to the bottom of the bull flag and call it a day. But it turns out, again, this is why it's so beautiful to be able to take a large enough position that you can scale out. Scale out at 1-1, well, maybe where's 118? Scale out at 118. Scale out another at the bull flag, and then maybe leave a couple runners and see what happens. I don't know. But what a monstrous move today, man. This is probably one of the biggest moves. It is. Today has been one of the biggest moves in SPY in, I'm going to say, the last 30 days. This one's a big one. But this was from, yeah, this is the biggest, especially if you took a swing yesterday. Wow, man, I'm blown away by this, man. Just blown away. One option could have reclaimed all the money I've lost for most of this year. I'm just trying to stay positive and tell myself I'll get it. At some point, I'll get there. Anyways, work thankfully got quiet. There's only 1 more hour to go, and this roommate is gone, so I've got some peace and quiet. But there's this awesome channel, although I'm really late to the game because this guy's been posting for many years, called Exotic Car Hacks, and I think this guy's based in Miami, and he kind of swaggers us around like a really smart, cocky guy, but he does know his stuff. And this guy, basically, let me tell you something. I know, I'm so sorry I tell so many stories. It's gonna be a long video today, but when I was a kid, when I was in my early 20s, when I was a kid, one of the games I loved playing was, I think it was Need for Speed on PlayStation, and no, Gran Turismo for sure. Gran Turismo on PlayStation, and I loved the NSX. Fell in love with that car as a kid. After I became a cop and I was making decent money, I was still renting, so it was kind of stupid for me to do this, but in the year 2000, I went and I bought myself a 1991 Acura NSX. Kid in his young 20s, and of course I was irresponsible and drove like a maniac, and crashed more than once. Nothing major, just fender benders here and there. But God, I loved that car. And in 2013, when I had to leave my career as an officer, and just all kinds of bad things happened. That's why I love that there's sort of a manosphere now to warn men about how being raised with this whole mentality that women are these innocent angels is completely false. So I had to sell my NSX, and I sold my home. I didn't have to sell my home. That was terrible advice from my terrible mother. She insisted that it was the best thing for me to do, and it was the worst advice. I bought my home for 70 grand, in the year 2001. It was a townhouse, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, garage, corner home. Um, I refinanced it at one point, I think for like 100K or 110K, and then I sold it for 140. So I got a little bit of money out of it, but most of that was blown away. So I shouldn't have sold my home. Number one. Number two, I sold my NSX. I had to. It was already paid off, but it was at this point 20 plus years old, and even though it's fairly reliable for a sports car, it needed lots of work that I just couldn't afford to maintain anymore. But 2013 was the worst year to sell assets because the market was basically plummeting back then. It was the worst housing market. I mean, 2008 was considered the crash, but things didn't really start to really get bad until like 2010, 2012, when home values were pretty crappy. However, it was the great year to buy assets. So I sold major assets, my home and an exotic sports car, an Acura NSX. And ironically, 2020, 2021 were days to sell assets. That's when assets were or no, to buy assets again. I'm sorry. But I do know that in 2021, 2022, cars like the Acura, like my car, I probably could have sold, and I bought it for a little under 40,000 in 2000, like late 2000, early 2001. And of course, once again, my mother thought it was a terrible car to buy. She thought it was a terrible car to buy, and the guy that was selling to me was a crook and whatever, whatever. And as usual, she gives the worst financial advice. And she said I should buy, it was like the BMW convertible. I forget what it was, but I'm pretty sure anyone who has an Acura NSX 91, 90, whatever, the first generation NSX would be happier that they purchased that than they would if they purchased a BMW Z2, Z3, whatever that convertible car was that they have in James Bond movie. Um, and and so yeah, I had to sell my NSX. So if I still had my home, it would be paid off by now, first of all, or pretty close to it. I could have rented that home out now for at least 3 grand a month, and I could have in 2022, 2021 sold my NSX for more than I had bought it for more than I had actually bought it for. And that's the thing I find interesting about this guy's channel, Exotic Car Hacks, is that if you're smart, if you have the finances, you have the credit, and you have, a home that's paid off, you can go out there, and I can probably go out there and buy myself a used McLaren 765 LT, but a premium model, drive it, put, no more than like 2 or 3 thousand miles on it. So I wouldn't be able to enjoy it that much, but I mean, I barely drive now as it is with my little Subaru, and sell it back for as much, if not more, than what I bought it, depending on how you hack the car, depending on the timing of when you buy it used and when you sell it, and how the market is. And I just find that whole concept fascinating. And back in 2009, 2010, I was getting really curious in buying stocks with Amazon and Tesla. So I had it here, man. I had it here, but I just couldn't get it from here into actuality. And of course, I screwed up my life by messing around with terrible females that just caused me nothing but problems. But just like here, I have it. I think I'm getting it here. It's just not quite there yet. Just not quite there yet. And I think the only way I can really do this, not the only, I shouldn't limit myself. One of the best ways to be able to succeed at this is if I had the funds to have like a mentor, someone that can oh, look, check this out. Let's go to a 515 again. We rose just above the bull flag and fell below it. So yeah, I would love to see overnight a a pullback to this daily or something. But anyways, I need to maybe find like a mentor to help me actualize this and get better. And I don't know. I actually had someone send me a message on Instagram because I posted a comment on a marketing website, and they're asking if I'm looking for a mentor. But I'm sure something like that costs a lot of money, and I certainly don't have it. I mean, the MK group is like 7 grand just to get a coach. So yeah, I don't know about that. And I can't help but wonder if I had 7 grand here in my account, would I be able to grow it? That's the question. That's the question. I mean, like today, if I didn't buy one option, if I instead bought 10 and scaled out, how much would I have come out of today, I wonder? Anyways, this video is very long already, and I've babbled plenty. I'm sorry about that. I'm old and my brain goes off on tangents, so um, let's see what tomorrow has in store.